Hey, Mark Shepard here, CrushAnxiety.com, and I have a rant. I have a rant. A new client asked me a question, and her appointment is in about a week, and she's really struggling. And I really, my heart reaches out to all of you who are struggling with anxiety that is so intense that you're losing sleep, that you're loss of appetite, or that you've gone the opposite and you can't stop eating, or whatever it is that anxiety is causing disruption in your life. And the question she asked me today, I think it really bears me doing a video on, and I want you to bear with me because this is my opinion. I do not have legal authority to give you medical advice. This is totally and completely my opinion, and under the laws of free speech in this country, the following rant is my right, my birthright as an American. So hopefully you will take it as such. This is only my opinion, right? Her question was, should she go on Celexa before she works with me? Just because she can't take it anymore. She's right on the edge. And I want to first share a personal story. Years ago, my sister went on one of these SSRI drugs, and what this does is it somehow messes around with your serotonin. Is prescribed for depression as well as anxiety. And a couple of things you need to know if you do not know this: every single school shooting was done by a kid who was either just put on these drugs or had stopped taking them abruptly. Okay? So you need to understand these drugs will mess with your mind. So if you're not on drugs yet and you have a medical practitioner saying, oh, just try it for a temporary period of time, no. Stand up for yourself, please. Use your intelligence. These drugs have been approved by the FDA, right? The FDA is owned by the pharmaceutical companies, all right? The theory that somehow your brain chemistry is off is like 40-year-old false science. The guy who even proposed it discredited it, but the pharmaceutical industry still uses it in their marketing. There's a movie, if you don't believe what I'm saying, there's a movie called The Marketing of Madness, and there will be a link below this video so you can get that and watch it, and you do need to watch it. So here's the deal. My sister, my beautiful sister, Mount Holyoke graduate, Yale Seminary, Princeton Seminary graduate, started taking these drugs a long time ago. I wanted to take them too. She had health insurance. I didn't. I couldn't afford to take drugs. So I started doing the long, arduous process of working on my own shit, my own stuff, my own crap, my own thoughts, my own patterns, my own neurological habits from my childhood. I was an anxious kid. The story in my family was that they wouldn't even let me into nursery school because I cried so much. You know, I barely made it through life. I wanted to kill myself so many times I can't tell you. And I am so blessed that I didn't have health insurance because I never went on these drugs. And I want you to absolutely hear what I'm saying. I totally and completely appreciate that sometimes this anxiety pushes you to the edge where you can't stand it. The bottom line is these drugs do not help. People basically feel better for a little bit, and then they need to increase the dosage. Or the drugs mess them up so much that they can't sleep, or it gets worse. The side effects are like suicide or murderous thoughts. Like, hello, do you really want to put that in your body? I don't think so. Again, my opinion, not a doctor, not a medical practitioner. So, you know, the thing is, do you want to believe me, who has literally overcome anxiety on his own the old-fashioned way? Or do you want to listen to the medical practitioners who essentially are the shills of the drug companies? I'm sorry, that's my opinion. Again, my opinion. This is a rant. I am pissed off because there are so many amazing, imaginative, sensitive, highly intuitive people that are being mind-fucked, excuse my language, mind-fucked by this pharmaceutical industry. It is pretty much the owner of the media. It is one of the largest advertisers in all forms of media, and the media only reports what its advertisers really want it to report. I'm sorry about that. The free press is here on the internet. Do some research. Google the dangers of Celexa. which I did a minute ago. And please, if you can wait to the appointment that you make with me or with your hypnosis or NLP practitioner or anxiety specialist, whoever you're working with, if you can wait, please wait. These drugs are highly addictive. They're literally designed to be highly addictive. Another little fact before I end my rant here, and that is this. The pharmaceutical companies can get a drug approved if they get 2 studies that show that it's helpful, right? So they can do 3,000 studies. They can do 50,000 studies until they get a study that shows that their drug works. And it could be with 8 people, right? They skew their research so visibly. And here's the final nail in the coffin of these drug companies. Years ago, one of my first clients was a woman who worked for one of the major drug pharmaceutical companies, manufacturers of pharmaceuticals. She came to work with me because she was the scientist developing these drugs and she would not use them. She would have nothing to do with putting them in her body. That tells you something. That's all I want to say for today. Please have faith in yourself. Crush anxiety works, people. It doesn't work if you don't do it. It doesn't work if you don't actually check it out. It doesn't work if you try it once. It works with practice, but it's daily practice that brings joy into your life. Every day I use the tools and my life is literally becoming more and more magical. And yeah, it took me some time. But I have to walk my talk because I teach people how to use these tools. So I use them. I absolutely use them. And I want to invite you to be real with yourself. Anxiety is focusing on what you don't want to have happen. And last thing, I keep saying it's the last thing. I'm on a rant. I'm on a tear. So bear with me. And I apologize if I'm a little fired up here because this pisses me off. Because so many people are being harmed, and our culture just goes on. Oh yeah, just your brain chemistry's a lot. How about a little drug? We don't know what these drugs really are doing, okay? And they're not natural. We didn't evolve with these drugs, but we did evolve to deal with suffering. We did evolve to deal with personal tragedy and to overcome things and to learn and to deepen and to grow. And yes, sometimes life hurts. Sometimes life causes us to feel bad. And our job as people is to transform that into victory. Okay, so here's your brain, right? This is your brain. You got a little brain stem here. I don't know how to draw a brain. This is you. There's your nose. There you are. You want to be happy. Your thinking, reasoning ability is out here in this outer area, okay? And then there's another level of your brain, and that's where your unconscious is. Unconscious, we'll call it your UCM, unconscious mind. And then you have your limbic system here, right in the middle. This is your animal fight or flight. And what's been happening in your life is you have literally trained the animal of your body to abreact to any external stimulus. Okay? So think about a dog who is afraid of thunder or gunshots or whatever. My Springer Spaniel growing up, every time there was a thunderstorm or a parade and she heard the drums in the distance, she would try to dig a hole in the living room floor. Now, she had no logical reasoning. She just thought she was being attacked. That's what's happening on your physical level. And we need to interrupt that pattern. To interrupt that pattern, sometimes I can do it in a single day. Sometimes people are like, wow, I didn't get it before. Now I do. I'm in charge. Great. Boom. Other people need more help. Sometimes we need reinforcement and practice. The habits you have of reacting, abreacting is the fancy word for it, to external stimulus or to the thoughts you're thinking about the future, those thoughts are a habit. Those are a habit. And your body is kind of hardwired and anchored with those thoughts to respond with panic, with fight, flight, or freeze. So The only way to fix that is not to put a drug in there. The only way to fix it is to start changing the way you think, the way you look at the world, the way you interpret the world, the beliefs you have. And we have tools to do that. In NLP and hypnosis and EFT, and timeline therapy, we have tools. And it takes effort. It takes sometimes a change in your life. I was working with a client recently who I love. This man, he's an amazing man. He's gentle and sensitive and kind, and he got a job, a promotion, and the promotion, the new job is destroying him. He can't sleep, he can't eat, he's a mess. But he won't change the job. He won't quit because he might lose his house. And the question is, are you going to keep doing what you've been doing? Afraid, or are you going to somehow wake up and say, you know what? This crazy guy Mark Shepard might have something. Maybe before I give up on myself and take these drugs, maybe I should check out his stuff. All right? There's a 100% money back guarantee on my Crush Anxiety course. And again, I'm not here to sell it. I'm here to give you an access to a tool that might actually save your life, because it saved my life numerous times. So that's my rant. I'm done. I went too long. Thank you for watching. I apologize for my foul language, but when I get riled up, man, the F word helps. It helps to release. All right? So thank you so much. Email me, but check out the course. Check out the course. It's very affordable. Check it out. Go through it. Then we can create a foundation where you can get the peace, the comfort, the confidence, the healing that you so deserve in your life. And again, my heart goes out to you. I know it's hard. I know it's challenging. I appreciate that. I've been there. I've been through it. So thank you again. And please stay hopeful. Mark Shepard, CrushAnxiety.com. Thanks.